Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday brand night. I'm Sherry Danzig, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this fabulous event where we get to share amazing stories because these are amazing technologies. And so we are go across the gamut of the whole product line, whether it's sleep technologies that we're talking about, or the environment with either the water or the air, or daytime energy products. Sometimes we talk about a specific product or a category or something that is, situational, like when you travel, what do you use? So we're all about sharing stories and experiences. And we've been on this roll lately where we're talking about experiences with some of our newer and not newer, but some of in this case, at one of our newer nutritional supplements, which is the pink collagen, or we call it the PCC. So tonight, that's what we're going to be talking about. So I'm excited for you all to hear stories and share stories, and we'll learn from each other. So raise your hand virtually or for real, and we'll share some stories. Go ahead, Dee. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Last year, about this time, I took a trip, and broke my upper arm, completely separated my elbow, had surgery. So I had like a 6-inch incision with hardware inside here. I was on the pink collagen complex for a number of months and of course continued that along with all the other products that and technologies that I use. So my incision was here, down here. I'm sure you can't see it. It is hardly noticeable. I'm not certain whether the pink collagen helped, but I think it did. And the surgeon did a very nice job for sure. But you really have to get up close to even see that there was anything done there to repair that injury.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Dee. Nancy.
It was little things. I was hoping, for the immediate, facelift like this. But no, what I noticed is my right thumb had developed over the years into kind of a dip in the top of it. And now it is level. And I just, wow, that is great. And then I had dropped the recycling bin. It was on its wheels, but just came down. It's a huge bin on the top of my right foot. And, I wear the shoe inserts and everything else, and it was okay, but I noticed it would sting. It was just the strangest stinging on the top of my foot. And since pink collagen, nothing. It's just great. And there's other things, but those are the first two that came to mind.
Fantastic. There's a lot of collagen out there, folks, and it's not all created equal. So you really want to do your due diligence about the ingredients, the type of collagen, the source of the collagen. There's a lot to it that makes this such a special, impactful formula. Bayla, please share.
Hi. I started taking pink collagen probably in the early part of the summer, maybe the end of May. I can't exactly remember. But what I noticed was after I had been in the hospital last year, I had had a lot of rashes over my face and various parts of my body. And as I started using it, they seemed to disappear and my skin seemed to return to normal.
Mm,
So for me, that was a big thing because I was embarrassed.
mm. Well, that's good to not be anymore. Barbara Richmond, go ahead, please.
Thanks, Sherry. After my surgery in April of 2024, thanks to the sleep system, I was healing very well. But then I had a setback just about the time that we started using the pink collagen complex. And everything got back on track almost immediately. I couldn't believe it. First thing in the morning, I had my PCC, poured the powder into a clean glass, added the pie water, and it was so pleasant to drink. And everything went really, really well until there was a hiccup, but not due to the pink collagen, due to situation circumstances. I'm still taking it, and I believe it is one of the key of the Nikken factors, along with many of the others, that are keeping me mobile until the next procedure.
Mm,
So I have complete faith, utter faith in all our Nikken technologies.
wonderful. Thank you. Yoko, please share.
Well, the pink collagen for me initially was surprising because within the first 3 months, I noticed my nails were getting smoother. I noticed that my hair was becoming less frizzy, and I can tell you after that, I mean, it's like my hair is grown. I mean, I have a bunch of little itty bitty hairs. I mean, it's amazing how this whole addition of what I consider is collagen protein has been a void from our bodies because I'm a very old lady. So it's amazing how it can actually continue to improve as I get older. So that's really surprising to me with all the Nikken products. So there's lots of other details that you'll notice with not only your hair, your nails. I know my skin, but it's mostly on the interior. I just feel a lot more comfortable. I even have more energy that I noticed from Acts 9 months. It's amazing.
Hmm, awesome. Here's to more energy without the chemicals, right? So I want to share that I was looking through for a picture, going back in my phone file. We all have that. We have so many pictures stored. And I started laughing when I saw a picture because the thing that, I've been with Nikem for 28 years. And so everything has been about how I feel and the energy and my muscles and my joints feeling better and all of that. So this is a new thing to have it be something that is outwardly. And we're all a little bit vain, right? So we care, we look at ourselves harshly. And I looked at a picture and I'd have to it was like all this stuff here around my chest and my neck. And I'd look like, it's like, who is that? Because I can't even make myself have that anymore. And at this point now, I want to say it's been about a year and a half of being on the collagen. And it's just incredible that I cannot make that come back. You get older, but your skin gets younger. So I'm all about that. It's nice to have something that makes me feel and look younger because that picture it was like, what? So I'll be vain. Barb Satterwhite, please share.
Well, for me initially, it was mainly the nails, and many, many customers have said the same thing with their nails and their joints. But what I remember most was a neighbor of mine who was having trouble with her hip when she walked, and after 2 months was significantly better. And then another actually customer I just called the other day, who was one of my first customers, and within a month, she was a nurse and she had a scar on her forehead, like an indentation. And after a month, that scar filled in. I mean, we were both surprised. But to this day, and I was asking her when I talked to her the other day, she says, yeah, it's just amazing to me. So, things happen that we wouldn't even expect. And it's really a great product.
Hmm. Super. Barb Richmond, do you have another story?
I do, and it was actually Yoko that reminded me of it. My father had deeply ridged fingernails, very prominently ridged. And after being on the PCC for just a short period of time, I noticed that the ridges in my nails were smoothing out. And thanks to Niken, my nails have always been strong, but now they're like concrete. And from all the anesthesias and I noticed my hair suffered terribly. But by staying on the pink collagen, um, my hair, it's thinner, yes, but it's healthy and shiny. And I get compliments on how shiny it is, how white and how shiny. I've just got one dark patch up the back, like almost like a skunk, that hasn't turned white yet, but the rest is very white. But people keep commenting on the shine.
Huh,
It's got to be due to what we consume.
sure, no doubt. Anybody else have a story they want to share about the PCC for yourself, for your customers? I don't see anybody's hands. Oh, Maureen, please share.
Hi. Oops. Um, I've always referred to the pink collagen as a smart molecule. And it seemed to me, it seems to go where needed, and it's different for different people. So, when I first started using it or hearing about it, everybody was raving about their lines, the 11s becoming ones, and I didn't notice that myself. In fact, the first month I took weekly pictures with no makeup, which is pretty scary, and just saw the progress. So I went from like a scary to weary to vaguely cheery at the end of the month. But what really hit me first and got my attention was for joints. I had some redness around the thumb, and when the weather turned inclement, I sort of noticed my thumbs, and I don't notice that. It's everything's comfortable, but what was a big challenge for me was my knees. I would be at the gym and it would sound like the woodwinds had struck up or something, or sawing boughs in the breeze. And I've noticed that I can get down lower before those sort of sounds kick in, and just generally a lot more flexible in my knees. And um, God knows my trainer works me hard. So I really appreciate that product, and I think it's done a lot of good for me. Also got the shiny hair too.
Uh-huh. That's great. That's great. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you. I guess this is a wrap. We will stay with the nutritionals next week. Next week, we're going to talk about BDZ, which is for healthy bones. And then I did get a confirmation for November the 5th that Randy Rolfe is going to be on and is going to share about um, kind of a broad scope of things. So we won't record that particular one. Um, so if you want to hear what Randy has to say on November 5th, be sure to join us live. Thanks, everyone.